All right. I think we're live. Hey there. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to day 62 of the 64 days of peace and nonviolence. April Fool's, it's afternoon. No, it's evening. Oh my gosh. All right. So I didn't have time this morning. So I am coming back for it. The thought for today, ironically, is commitment. So, what I'm comfortable doing, but I did it anyways, right? Because I thought it might be good for me. That's what I thought anyways. So anyways, the thought for today is commitment. And it has been good for me, you guys. It's always good for me. You can look this up on agnt.org. If you're thinking about maybe doing it next year somewhere, tell a youth group, tell someone who might really appreciate it. This is a great program. You can read along with me today on allnaturalme.com. There's a lot to this one. So anyways, I do have a cookie here for me. If I survive this broadcast, I get to eat a cookie. All right. So anyways, you guys ready? The thought for today is commitment. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, a chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiation and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment that one definitely commits oneself, the providence moves too. So all sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. So just that act of committing. The universe lines up everything for you then. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents, meetings, and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would come his way. So there is this energy. That was a lot of words to say. Once you line up with a decision, there is this energy that will back you up, that will make everything available to you in some kind of crazy way. It's like the universe just really tried to knock itself out, trying to help me now that I've made this commitment. So just something to think about there. I mean, I don't know if that's what they meant, but that's what I heard. So Goethe said, whatever you can do or dream, you can. Begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. So commit, and just start it. Begin it now. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. And so it is with nonviolence. We set forth a commitment to nonviolence with an intention that we can act upon today. By doing so, we are presented with situations and circumstances that will allow us to model our commitment to bring nonviolence to a situation. So a lot of words today, you guys. A lot of words today to just say, hey, line up and say you're going to do it and start doing it now. Just make a commitment. So today I will identify what I am willing to do as a consequence of my commitment to nonviolence. What am I willing to do? Am I willing to say I'm going to really try to do better in my life? And so say that every day for 64 days, I'm going to show up and do a broadcast and think about things that I normally probably wouldn't, right? But the consequence will be that I have to follow through, right? That's what I've done here by committing myself to doing this program. Hasn't always been easy. I mean, I've gotten attacked for some of the subjects that I brought up, right? And it hasn't always been easy within me because some of the stuff my ego didn't want to go along with, right? So I will clarify and affirm my personal commitment to nonviolence by sharing it with at least 2 people. So 1, 2, there. I just shared it with you guys. Good, done, check, moving on. All right, so on April 1st, the thought for today, no joke, is commitment. Rollo May, that's a fun name. Rollo May said, commitment is healthiest when it is not without doubt, but in spite of doubt. So Rollo said commitment is healthiest when it is not without doubt, but in spite of doubt. I'm gonna have to think about that. I don't know if I fully support that statement, but that's interesting. So our commitment is needed most in the face of what is difficult or risky or unpopular. Situations by their very nature inspire doubt. So these moments where we're like, oh, I don't know if I should do that, but like that inner voice is saying, well, it'd be the right thing, right? Then you are like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, inner voice. I'm going to make that commitment. Today, I understand that my commitment actually means the most when I have doubts and commit anyways. I also don't know about that. Not that I want to disagree with this whole thing, but like you should be lined up with it, right? Your inner intuition, inner guidance should be lined up with it, right? Like you might have some doubts, but I mean, you choose. All right. So identify what you're willing to do, make a commitment, and then tell two people. Tell one, two. All right, let's go deeper with Gandhi on day 62. See why I do this in the morning, you guys? By 6:26, I'm ready for bed. All right, day 62. M.K. Gandhi said, and I do like this part. I do. M.K. Gandhi said, when we see that we have done wrong, that we have gone wrong, it is our duty to retrace our footsteps and proceed again by the right path. So I do love that, because what have I been saying? Hey, if you fall off the path, you can get back on. And we do all the time. I do all the time, for sure, absolutely. But when I do, it's my duty to retrace my footsteps and try to get back on that path. So one of the painful realities of being human is that we make mistakes. It's really not a question of whether we make a mistake. It's simply a question of when, oh, you're going to make a mistake. Oh, you're going to do it. When we make a mistake, how serious will it be? And then it's a question of, what do we do about it? If we are able to take responsibility for our mistakes and reverse course, right? Walk backwards, retrace your steps, reverse course, and get back on the right path, no harm has been done. But when we are unable to admit, to even say like, yeah, that was messed up of me, like I made a mistake. When we are unable to admit that and take responsibility for it, that mistake can lead us down the wrong path in our work, in our lives, and in our relationships. So, but Gandhi is telling us that taking responsibility for our error is not just a way to keep us on the right path, it's our duty. When he talks about the right path, he is talking about the path of our lives, and he is also talking about the nonviolent path. So when we make a mistake and admit it, we have returned to the nonviolent path. Like, yeah, I totally screwed up, but in my admittance that I made a mistake, now I can get back on the path, the nonviolent path. When we don't admit it, but continue on the path that takes us down, we have, for all practical purposes, taken the path of violence. Making an error and failing to admit it amounts to a lie, right? So lying is always violence. Violence to those we lie to, and violence to the relationship. And the worst violence is the violence we do to ourselves. When we lie to others about anything, we are hiding the truth about ourselves from them. When people don't know the truth about us, we do not give them the opportunity to care about who we really are. When we do that, when you do that, when I do that, hi. we are doing violence to the very idea of the relationship we think exists. So this is true whether we are talking about our personal relationships, our social relationships, work relationships, or any others. When we err, and we do not own our own mistake, and we hide it, we damage all the relationships involved. So if you screw up, admit it and tell the person, and you can try to apologize. That doesn't always go over so well. But the idea that the violence we do to ourselves in not retracing our steps and telling the truth about our error always takes us off, even farther off the right path. So when this happens, whatever the goal we are seeking is further from our reach rather than closer. Only when we admit we have gotten off track, turn back and take the right path again, can we attain whatever goal we have been seeking. So that was a lot of words to just say, like, if you screw up, go back and say you're sorry, and then get back on the right path again. Try again, right? But if you make a mistake and you just lie about it and you try to cover it up, you're going to continue on a path, all right, but it's not the right one, right? It's not the right one for you. So it's a good something to reflect on. Definitely. So the affirmative practice, if you're interested, is today I will meditate on my mistakes. Just pick one. Just pick one, Sadie. I will meditate on my mistakes and how I have handled them. Today, I will admit when I have been wrong and make the amends that put me back on the right path. This is the path of nonviolence. So think about what you've done wrong, any mistakes. How'd you handle them? How did you handle them, right? Just reflect on that. Today, admit when you have been wrong and make the amends. You can try. You can definitely try to make the amends. And even if the other person doesn't accept the amends, at least you are now being honest with yourself. You're not lying anymore. You're not lying to yourself. You're not lying to the other person. They may not have liked your apology. But the good news is you've kind of cleared that energy within yourself. You're going to feel better. And then you're going to be able to continue on the right path. You can get back on the path. All right, so this is the path of nonviolence. This is day 62 of 64 days. 64 ways to peace and nonviolence. The thought for today is commitment. This is a great program from agnt.org. It really does get you thinking. It really is all in your head, though. Like this program, it has just been like complete, questions for the mind. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I can't wait to just, when we are finished with it, when I have finished this commitment, just get back into heart space. I really much prefer to just feel than be thinking all the time. But this is a good program to kind of get you started into kind of sort of loosening up some of those belief systems, right? I do like it. So anyways, one last affirmation to end the broadcast, and then I'll be back again in the morning for day 63. Holy moly. All right, here it is. Today, I will practice compassion and forgiveness for myself and others. I will practice compassion and forgiveness for myself and others. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the morning. No joke. All right, much love. Thank you so much. See you.